Going on.
It's all good.
You're sexy, so good to me.
All right, folks. One more time. It's the Tru-Mu Podcast, and we got some updates. We got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but we talk about all things creative, all things innovative. Why? Because we can. And we know we find that creativity and innovation also is a part of business. So many times you'll find that there will be people with a business background as well. Although we started out primarily focusing on, I guess you could say, creative, artsy, entertainment things. There's creativity in all things. So today is no different than any other Tru-Mu podcast. We're going to talk about some creativity and some, I think, exciting things that have been going on with our very own Carl T. Smith, the smooth
Good
one,
evening,
as he's
everybody.
known.
How are you? How are you? How is you?
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, man. It's been a while since we've jumped on here and chopped it up, hammed it up. So why belabor the moment? Let's kind of go in a little bit, man. I know you've been kind of busy with things, and I definitely have been. Even they say be careful what you ask for because you just might not be ready for it, or it may be so much that you ask yourself, "Can I handle it?" And I'm grateful to say that that's a good problem to have for myself, and on my side of things. So, what about you, man? You've been making some things happen, right?
Yeah. There's been quite a few things that's going on. Um, working on a lot of recordings, a lot of events that was coming up, a lot of stuff that's happening, and some traveling, and just keeping busy.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's the name of the game. And it really doesn't matter what the industry, folks. I really think that when you're doing what you have to do or what you really want to do, staying busy is a part of the process and a part of what you should expect. And it's not so much about being busy as it is being productive. And productivity comes in different waves. Sometimes it's a bunch, and sometimes it's dribs and drabs. But more is better than less or nothing at all. So I know, Carl, you've been uh, doing some things with Leon. We had spoke about your upcoming event here in the DMV, which I was not able to attend at Tacoma Station, and that was something that was wrong one. There you go. That was something that you guys did. What 48 hours ago, 72 hours ago? What was that?
Sunday, yeah, did it Sunday.
Yeah, so today is 48 hours ago. So how was the event? How did it turn out?
It went really well. It was fun. Had a lot of stuff. Saw some people that I hadn't seen in a while.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
and the crowd was up and in Leon's face, dancing and having a great old time.
It's all right. Did you throw your keyboard on your back and do some crazy stuff? I mean.
I did.
Oh
No, I
man,
did
I
not.
missed it.
No.
Jamming with the Dookie stick, my man. And for those of you
Yeah,
that
right.
don't know that, now, Carl, you can correct me. George Duke either created it or was a part of its creation. The Dookie stick, which is the handheld piano or keyboard of sorts. Is that right or wrong?
I'm not sure. I know Roger Troutman with Zap and all those kind of, Dad's band and people like that has been using it for a while, but I really don't know how it's got started. I
Okay.
just know we just used it,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for those of you that really don't know about Leon and the Peoples, or don't know, or did not know that his talent went beyond acting, I've got something I'd like to share with you, and hopefully you can hear this. I don't know how the audio is. If it's bad, I'll just take it out. But if you've already, if you have not been privy to it, I'll just try to make this little interview that he had something you can chew on to learn more about what his talents consist of.
Rhythm, soul, and reggae vibes. Here to the DMV. I love it. His band Leon and the Peoples is performing at Tacoma Station Tavern in Northwest DC. And Leon joins us live to talk more about this special one night event. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, good morning. Good, very early morning. Thank you.
Yes. Well, we appreciate you waking up nice and early, okay? You know, movies, TV, music, you really do it all. You know, do you have a favorite, like, artistic outlet of all of them? And what keeps you kind of, you know, doing a little bit of everything?
You know, it's really tough sometimes. Sometimes I'm like running around. I'm thinking, okay, I got a concert today. I start a new movie next week. It's always something going on, and sometimes it gets hectic. But I try to put all my focus into everything that I'm doing the very next moment. That's all I can do.
Let me just tell you, looking at you, you haven't aged a bit.
No.
Okay, and I know you've been in this band a couple of decades. We've seen you in all these movies. We know that you can sing because you've been singing in many of these movies. I mean, the Five Heartbeats is probably my number one favorite of yours. But of course, I mean, this music talent of yours, is this where your passion, like what really drives you? Even though I know you can do so many other things.
Well, it's not what really drives me. It's me.
It's you.
You know, when you see me on screen and you see me in a play, you know, what I'm doing is breathing life into a writer's characters and bringing them to life. But when you see me on stage with my band, that's me. Those are the songs that I wrote, the songs that I'm singing, the songs that I want to communicate to you. So it's a totally different feeling. It's great. It's actually what keeps me sane, actually, in between my acting jobs.
Yeah, I love that. Look, the creative outlet.
Yes.
Okay, so Leon and the Peoples, tell us about the vibe of the band for our viewers who haven't heard y'all sound before. You know, what do y'all kind of perform?
We perform reggae soul. It's a blend between reggae and soul music. So if you don't think you like reggae, well, you like our reggae. And if you like soul music, you're gonna hear a little different style. So it's that's us, high energy. The people in my band are just amazing musicians. People always ask me what instrument I play. Well, I play the microphone, and and we move butts. You know, people are dancing. You know, we're having a good time, and we're also conveying a message. And usually the messages of happiness, joy, love, relationships. You know, it's music for the people. That's what we call the peoples.
I love it. I love the name too. And DC loves soul, reggae, and the blend and all of that too. So you're right at home. And I know your daughter was a student. Is she still at Howard University? Because that's my
No.
alma mater.
My daughter's into the real world now.
She's out in
out
the
there doing her thing.
well, she got that HU in her. Well, I love that. She got that HU in her. What's next for you in terms of movies?
Next will be a movie called Wild Cards, which comes out this fall. Actually, I think we'll be doing a screening at Howard University this fall. It's about a very prominent man, the most prominent man in Florida. Son is on trial for raping a beautiful black girl. So what does he do? He hires a black attorney who has not lost a case in 20 years to represent his son.
Okay, I'm not hearing anything.
Okay, my fault.
Oh, there you go. Mhm.
Yeah. So there you got a little snippet or a snippet and a half of Leon and his background for those of you that were not or are not familiar with Leon outside of acting. He is a musician, a singer. He performs live with the band, and he gets around. Did he have a chance to talk about any of his other exploits, or was it just totally music when you guys were at Tacoma Station?
What do you mean?
Did he get to talk about anything outside of music when he's at Tacoma Station? Like, did he share anything? Did he talk about anything? Did he make any announcements about anything outside of music?
Not that I can remember. No.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I mean, basically, you know, just hanging out and laughing and having fun, but that's about it. Nothing.
Look, that's a good thing for sure. Because I just heard Howard Hewitt talking about, of course, the passing of Peebo Bryson and Uncle Charlie coming back from a stroke, and someone else I think that wasn't doing too well. I don't know if they passed, but someone else that wasn't doing too well in entertainment. And you know, so if you get a chance to have fun and do your job, which is a godsend, you know, what more can you ask for, right? It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
So on the other side for yourself, what do you got going on or coming up? I heard you say something about recording or doing some new music.
Yeah. Well, the CD, the new release, the new release is I'm about to do a listening party for the new
Nice.
release. I'm working on alternate mixes as I speak. That's why I keep looking to the left. I'm trying to make sure this thing don't start. And then you know, we got some events lined up, but I'm trying to hook up a string of events in the fall.
Gotcha.
You know,
Nice.
so
Nice.
hopefully that should be going kind of. So far, it looks good.
That's great, man. That's fantastic. You know, and for those that don't know, you know, I know sometimes we look at a lot of these athletes and entertainers and we don't know or you don't know what goes into it. And I tell people a lot of times I didn't know in the beginning. The show is the fun part, but the work is everything besides the show. You know, it may seem hard, and sometimes it may be to do a performance or to do your act, whatever that consists of. But behind the scenes, where there's a tremendous amount of effort, strategy, and you know, thought power goes into creating these events. So, you know, if you get a chance to go to a listening party or listen to a podcast, I highly recommend. Do you listen to podcasts at all, Carl?
Quite a few of them. I bounced
Yeah.
around quite a few of them and check out some stuff, and I'm always learning some things from, you know, from some of these podcasts, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, I check them out.
Wait till you get older. You're only 21. Wait till you get older. You're really gonna learn some things. I'm telling you. I
Yeah,
promise you.
I know. You know, when I get older, you know, that's when it really kicks in. You know, that's when you start realizing all the stuff and all the things people you know, are doing or into or whatever the case may be, and how it affects you.
Yeah. No, because honestly, you know, I watch a lot of podcasts, not just on entertainment and sports, but I like to see how people have bounced back from horrific situations, entertainment situations, um, scientific, you know, because I know that there's always an opportunity to learn, and you don't get to pick and choose what aspect of the conversation, of the documentary, of the podcast that you're going to learn something from. So when you lend yourself with an open mind, the education seeps in, you know, just voila. And you're like, wow, okay, I didn't know that. Or from my experience, you get to see or hear things. It's like, you know what? I remember that when I was going to school. Okay. And now you see how one and one eventually made two, you know, whatever the case may be. But yeah, man. Yeah,
Hmm.
I like podcasts as well. I like learning. But you know, for myself, you know, I've been trying to stay pretty active. I've been doing some things on the Eastern Shore when I'm not with my band. And I've done a couple of shows and I'm grateful that they were very well received. And for the upcoming 250th birthday of America, right? I'll be out there doing it again here on the Eastern Shore with Gil Cephas and the Evolution. They have adopted me a little bit and, you know, are allowing me to hang out with them. So I'll be doing a performance with them. So I'm grateful for that opportunity. There's a young lady named Jayla Elise who did a song. I believe I may get this wrong, So if someone's watching this or listening to this, please feel free to correct me. She did a song representing the state of Maryland, and it was very well received. So she's going to be headlining this event on July 3rd, and there will also be another act, and we'll be on that same lineup. And yeah, I know, man, but she'll be on that same lineup with we'll be on the same lineup with her. I should put it like that, because she's the headliner.
Mhm.
So we got that going on. And then of course in July, we had a couple of winners. I put a couple of trivia questions out there for people to get a chance to come check out the show that Carl and I are going to be doing in July in the DMV. And the winners were Gil Cephas, Jewel McCrae, and Matt. Matt, I'm sorry, I don't have your last name right now, but they positioned themselves to get the answers to the trivia question on, I think it was, where's Sir Charles from, and something. And there was another question. It was two questions I put out, give people a good shot at trying to position themselves to come check out this new show called Fresh Release, Best Release. But we had a couple of winners, so we're working towards that. And for those of you that are in the area, this is the live taping at Stilettos, and the special guest will be Soul City Collective. They will be performing as well, and we're looking to have a good time. A live taping, live performance. Like I say, 2 artists, 2 new albums, 1 stage. So we're going to do what we are going to do. That's on July 26th, and I just get your tickets. And if again, is it July yet? Yeah,
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Well, I highly recommend, if you want to come to the show and say that you were there tonight, get your tickets and use the code FRESH, and you get $10 off. There's no money exchanged at the door. Everything is done online. This the times we're living in. FRESH is the code. Get your tickets tonight, and you can save yourself $10 on this upcoming show, which is a live taping, live performance, debut of 2 new albums, and again, a live performance by all the artists, Soul City Collective, Carl T. Smith, and myself. And you won't be disappointed, because it's going to be a show of shows, that I can promise you. It's July 26th, 48 at Stilettos in Capitol Heights, Maryland. And I highly recommend get it in there so you can say you were there, because there will probably be a live taping, a live recording of the taping with some of the material, because this is indie music, and Soul City Collective will be doing some covers for those who need to hear something that they're familiar with. So you get the best of both worlds, okay? But besides that, we also have in August, I think it's August 22nd, I think it is, I'll be hosting Suitland Fest. I don't know if it's 20. How many years have they been doing it? Suitland Fest has been around for a long time, so I'll be hosting their upcoming event in August, and I believe that is August 22nd. Like I said, 12 to 6 in Suitland, Maryland. And once again, Soul City Collective will be performing on the big stage, so you don't want to miss that event. That's in August. So for all of those who care about community, who want to be a part of the things that are happening, and again, say you were there because you witnessed it, you will not be disappointed. We expect to show up, show off, and show out. That's what we do, because it's all in fun and all for a good time. So come on out and inbox me for more details if you want to, if you need to. There's no admission for this, but that's in the month of August. So we Carl and I both are staying very busy on multiple fronts. He's got a new album, Love Light. I've heard a couple of songs. I can't wait to see and hear him perform some of his material live, because he's been doing this. Well, he's a young guy now, but believe it or not, young people got talent too, folks. But I'm trying to say this with a straight face, but he's been doing this for a minute. And there's one song, I can't think of the name. I think it's called On Top. But that's a nice song, and yeah, we just want to have a good time, doing what we do. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And my album was called
Sucker for Love.
Sucker for Love. Thanks, man. See, when you get old, you kind of forget stuff. These young
That's why
guys,
I'm
they
21.
can remember everything. See? Yeah, man. Yeah. So, but I'm grateful. I'm literally grateful. I kid around a lot, have a lot of fun, but this is for everybody. Doesn't matter whether you're a musician or not. You must protect your peace. When things are going crazy, or even if it's not going bad, if there's just so much going on, it's easy to be overwhelmed. So I highly recommend step back, take a beat, and know the importance of protecting your peace. Because if you can't, get it right, line things up, you cannot always rely on someone else to get it right for you. So, again, I am grateful for all the things that I'm doing. I'm sure Carl is as well, because the opportunities don't come always as much or as readily as we want. And hence, what do we have to do, Carl?
You got to do it yourself.
Create our own.
You got to do it
There you
yourself.
go.
Independent. Independent is the way to go.
Yeah, you got to create your own opportunities. It doesn't matter whether you're an electrician, a plumber, a singer, a writer. It doesn't matter. Athlete, whatever it is, you got to create your own opportunities. And I don't know what else you got going on.
Well, we'll be performing. We got a couple of dates that we're performing in. We'll be in Philly, then we'll be back in New York. And then I think I got a couple of things that's gonna hopefully open up in Connecticut, a couple of spots in Connecticut and Boston, trying to hook those things up and bring the band. That's what I'm looking to do. That's my next thing is hook up the band, get the band going. I feel like the Blues Brothers.
Look, tracks are great, folks. It's nothing like going to a show and the music sounds crisp, but a live performance with musicians, singers, dancers, the whole shebang, man, ain't nothing gonna beat that.
That's what I'm looking to do, and definitely in the fall, I'm gonna come with the whole stage and lights and the whole 9 yards.
Gotcha. Way to go. Well, we do have some other things we're trying to do to promote the upcoming programs that we're putting together. For those of you that are watching this, whether it's on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook, there's comments I've been ignoring, didn't mean to. You look sad in that picture. Okay, I don't know what picture that was, if it was the young guy or was the old guy. I don't know who that was. James. Okay, I'm not sure which one of us it was, but maybe we're just worn out because there's a lot of work doing what we do. I have no idea.
Technically, I'm supposed to still be asleep until Friday. Friday, we got a jerk fest in Yonkers happening. On Saturday, actually. Friday, we're setting up the stage and everything. And on Saturday is the jerk fest.
Like in jerk chicken, like food?
Like in food, yeah. It's a food festival with a live concert all day.
Nice. Who's performing?
Oh, there's a whole list of people. I don't even know who they are.
I understand.
Yeah, it's a whole list of them.
Here is more on SanDisk 1 terabyte extreme portable SSD.
Cancel.
50 megabytes per second.
I did not ask you anything. These devices are taking over, enemy of the state. But cancel. You see that blue light, she's like chomping at the bit. Wait for him to be quiet. I'm gonna jump in and say something anyway.
Yeah, how about that?
Well, that's great. That's great. It really is. I mean, again, I know there's a couple of things that we're working on over here. I can't speak to it because I don't know where we are in the process, but I'm looking forward to it. Staying busy, getting out there, doing what we do. And for those of you that wonder, like, is that all you ever talk about? Well, it's not. I'm sure Carl talks about other things, and so do I. But this is our lifeblood in a sense. The creativity is a part of who you are. Whatever you're a part of, whatever's a part of your life, it's probably what you think about a lot, what you're actively involved with. People that you're around, they're involved with some of the same things. If it's not directly, it's indirectly. And that's why we do what we do. And, that's why you always hear the conversations based around either performing, setting up a performance, a recording, or, something like that, because this is a part of who we are as individuals. We've worked together, of course, but we also work independently doing some of the same things. So we spend our time with that as a focus. And I'm sure if you're a carpenter, you probably are not talking to musicians. You may be talking to unions, or you may be talking to other carpenters, or people who need something built or fixed or repaired or reinforced. So it's the same thing. Yeah. You have any advice for people that are trying to do what you do or what we do, Carl?
Make sure that you make sure that you network with people going in the same direction that you're going in. It can get kind of crazy or kind of hard when you trying to achieve one thing, and and the other people are trying to achieve something else. You have to get a crew, get a staff. Sometimes it's can be kind of time consuming and hard to handling all the intricate parts of what we do, handling all that stuff. It's the creative part is kind of easy and fun. It's fun to put stuff together, but to register all the stuff and handle all the different things on paper and all the stuff like that, and all the things that you got to handle is time consuming. So you need definitely need a supportive staff or some people to help you out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
One day I'll buy one of those.
What's that song? I gotta get me one of those. I forgot who got that song. I want to get me one of those. I think is it Beyonce? Is it Chris Brown? Somebody got a song. Oh, is it Usher? You gotta get me one of those. No, but the back end of the business, like any other business, it's essential. And I tell people a lot, no matter what you do, you should know every aspect of your business. Now, I didn't say you need to be doing every aspect of your business all the time, but you should have a functional understanding on how the different things work. In my opinion, doesn't matter the industry, so that when you outsource, hire, or have someone assist you, you don't have to waste your time or go behind people and do things twice, even though that's likely to happen.
But I was waiting. Good luck with that. It's there.
Yeah,
that's why I do it all myself, because I got to do it the first time. Want the right way the first time.
It's so funny because I remember we did a show in Marlow Heights at the MPK Cabaret, and I was putting something together. You said you need help, and I said, "Nah, I'll just do it." And I know you know what to do, so it definitely was not a diss on you, but it was just like, let me just go ahead and do it versus trying to explain it simply because I'm in the throes of doing it, and I'm so used to being on autopilot like yourself. You just rather jump in there and make it happen. And if you need help, of course you'll ask. But yeah, I completely understand. Yeah. Now, one thing else I was thinking about, Carl, and I get caught up in this. How often do people waste your time?
All the time. All the time.
Isn't that crazy?
Especially, well, in the defense of some, their experience might be a little different. Stuff that stuff that someone has went through decades ago might have learned something maybe the other person didn't, and maybe the other person doing the same thing, it'll work for them, but it just doesn't work for me, you know. So but you know, it's part of the business, you know what I mean? It's part of the business. It's part of what transpires when you're trying to make something happen.
Well, now that's so true. However, there's another aspect of having our time wasted that we have to be accountable for us, and that's when, you know, it's hard because you can't pick your family. Um, you can't technically pick your friends because if someone is already your friend, they're your friend, but you have to choose how much you allow people to tap into your time. And I have found that in many scenarios, you know, trying to be a nice person, not trying to come across as rude, I allow people to spin my wheels. And I'm like, and I get so frustrated after the fact. And I knew that maybe I shouldn't have taken that call or, you know, engaged him in a particular conversation, simply knowing that, isn't this the same thing that they always say? The same thing. And I like to look at myself going, you asked for it.
Hmm.
And the reason I bring that up is because if it's going to frustrate you or drain your energy, then you shouldn't allow it to happen, simply put.
Well, I mean, that I get that kind of stuff when it's just in a situation that might be doing, and someone else or someone has just entered it or just entered into that situation, and I've experienced this thing 20 times before, you know. Not so much that they just ask me again, or it comes up again, but it comes up again from different people, and it comes up now. It's a new thing, and it's kind of like, well, you know, you've experienced this before, but I want my turn. You're like, no, you don't get a turn. I did this 20 years ago, the same thing. It might have happened to me 10 times in the, 40 years ago, really, and I'm only 21. But it happened that far back, and it's still happening now because things change, but people don't. And if I like to be wrong sometime. It would be very nice to be wrong sometime.
Absolutely agree.
Especially in what in what I do. So sometimes it's inevitable because that person or hasn't experienced the same thing the same way.
Right.
Hadn't had that experience, so therefore, it comes up, and so I don't beat myself up for it because I go, well, okay.
Yeah,
it happened before, but not with this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not with this girl. Not with her. Not with him. Not with them. But it happened before, and I tried to tell you, but you want to stick to your gun. So all right, I think you have the right to do that. You don't have the right to take me with you.
Yeah, and I could be forgiving and understanding of that scenario. But call me crazy, okay, crazy Charles. But I sometimes have allowed some of the same people with the same stance to do the same thing to me. And I guess sometimes I really just need to, if I'm already an oddball, continue to be the oddball that I'm known to be and shut it down in the beginning. But such is life. But talking about shows, we want you guys to be a part of what we're doing. So I want to highly recommend and highly encourage that you go check out Carl's personal page, send him an email, send him a text, and so he can follow up with you about his upcoming shows, his upcoming performances, wherever they may be in the country, all over the country. On the Eastern Seaboard is probably the closest and the best bet for some of us, but even if you're not on the Eastern Seaboard and you find yourself coming this way, we're going to be doing things that you may want to be a part of. And I think you would be greatly pleased with the performances that we're doing and having and setting up, and the performances that we're a part of. Again, because we have been doing these things for quite some time. We have fun, but we do take it serious. Uh, we respect our craft and we respect the business. And I think you will appreciate any artist or professional that looks at their craft in that manner. I mean, I'm in love with what I do, whether it's on the speaking side or the entertainment side. I literally am in love. I take it very seriously. It's something I wanted to do all of my life. And now that I've gotten older, it's, I won't say I'm the best in the world at it, but trust and believe you will appreciate my performances as you will appreciate Carl's performances also. You can contact me right here on any social media at Sir Charles Carey, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, that/Sir Charles Carey. Reach out to me, DM me, as they say, and find out about my upcoming events. I know I've already announced some. Carl has announced some as well, but reach out to him directly on social media, and you can find out what the next thing that we're doing. Contact us, get on our mailing list, get on our notification list, whatever it may be, so that you can find out how to have a good time and really appreciate how you're spending your dollars, because we believe that we want to appreciate how we spend our dollars as well. So yeah.
Well,
And tomorrow, go Carl. I'll hold on to this for a second.
oh no, I was just going to say, you can just to make it easy, you can drop by at smooth1.com, and that'll make it easy for you.
Let me see. I'll put that in the thing. Smooth1.com.
It's usually on the. It's
There it is.
usually on
There
the,
it is. Okay. And that's how you can reach Carl. And for myself, I'll just put mine in here as well. I went old school. I put www. Nobody does that anymore. And you can also contact me through, again, the website directly or through the social media DMs. And we'd be more than glad to, let you know what's going on. Keep you abreast of our next thing, our latest thing. And once again, tomorrow is July 1st. So check us out. Use the code FRESH. And this here, Eventbrite link, and you can get a $10 discount off of this event, because that's how we get down. And I'll post that up there too. That's the code FRESH. This link plus FRESH, and that will get you. Let's see if I can put the link up there actually, because if I can, that might make things even easy. Yeah, that's the ticket. My little reference to the Three Stooges. See, share, copy. I'm going to drop this right in. And for those of you that are really serious about how you spend your dough, you want a good time, the link is coming right now. And you're going to use that code FRESH. And you're going to get $10 off. But you only got a couple of hours, because July 1st is tomorrow, folks. Okay, here it is. I'll leave it up there for a minute. I'm going to take this back down, remove that. And yeah. And that way you can get to this event. Again, live taping, live performance, guest performers are Soul City Collective. You're going to get covers. You're going to get indie music. It's going to be recorded live. And what can I say? Doing it like you always want it done, professionally. And we're excited about it. And we want you to say, I was there, I saw it. So just be a part of the energy, as I always say. That's the big thing we talk about, being a part of the energy, because it makes that much of a difference. Absolutely. Tomorrow, though, I would also recommend that you look for my how can I say it? Look for my trivia number 3. I'll be putting out a trivia question, which will also give you another opportunity as of July 1st that you can also be able to participate and save yourself some money on this very event. So I'll put it out tomorrow. Every day I've been putting out something every few days, but now it may turn into a daily or a 24 to 48 hour type of thing where I put out a trivia question and you can position yourself to come check out fresh release, best release, just by paying attention to the question, answering the question accurately, because again, there is no cash at the door. There's no money exchanged that way. Answer the questions and come check us out. Yes, indeed. All right. So with that being said, I don't know, you got anything else, Cole, you'd like to share with the folks before we log off?
No, I think you covered a good deal of it. Now I'm going to go back to sleep.
Oh, well, good for you, because I had a recording session today and I'm looking forward. Look, see, this is what we talk about. Just dropped a new album, already working on the next one. So I got some more stuff to do in the studio, so I'm going to do just that. So hopefully you guys can really appreciate the work ethic. Check out the show and let us know what you think. Let us know what you like. Let us know, share your comments. We're always willing to hear what you got to say, because there's always.
Hey, this is Sir Charles Carey. I want you to join me on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for the Tru-Mu Podcast. True Music. That's where we talk about all things.
I'm a musician, singer-songwriter, producer, engineer.
All things creative.
Me and my co-host, Carl T. Smith, the smooth one, will be glad to hear you, glad to talk to you, answer your questions, and talk all things music. The Tru-Mu Podcast, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Be part of the energy.
I can see that thing that makes men stop, stand still.